My name is Guy.
Sunday should be warm and sunny, just a scattering of drive-bys.
And I live in paradise. I've got a best friend.
This is the greatest cup of coffee of all time.
Oh! Mondays, am I right, Joe?
You said it, Guy.
Yeah! And I work at the bank.
Everybody down on the ground!
I thought I had everything I needed. But then I met her.
Everybody down on the ground. Everybody except you.
Me?
It's just a...
Oh, please, I have a goldfish.
There's something inside you, Guy.
I don't want something inside me.
I expected you to just follow the rules, but you are so much more than that. Put these on.
Okay, fine. Oh my God! What are these, trick glasses or something?
Guy, there is no easy way to say this. This world, it's a video game. You're not real.
We set my...
And the guy responsible for this world was going to destroy it.
You've met God?
Yes, he's an absolute troll.
Trolls exist. Buddy, if we're not real, doesn't that mean that nothing you do matters?
I am sitting here with my best friend trying to help him get through a tough time. Now, if that's not real, I don't know what is.
I know this world is just a game, but this place, these people, that's all I have. So I'm not gonna be the good guy.
Thanks, Guy.
I'm gonna be the great guy.
Well, enjoy your lifetime supply of virginity. Off you go.
This whole good guy routine is ruining the game.
Woo!
Terminate him.
It's the first time I've ever driven a car before.
I really wish you'd mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on!
That actually hurt my hand. We can save our world, but we have to fight together.
I don't know what's happening right now, but I love it!
Time's up, bank teller! Nope.
I can't die! I'm never gonna die!
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Trip Around the Multiverse with everyone's favourite buddy, Carl Charles, and
the super buff end boss, CY Chong.
And today, this episode is going to be about the new Ryan Reynolds movie, Free Guy, which came out a couple of days ago, and because it's sort of video game related pop culture-y thing, we thought, hey, we'll cover this, so
yeah,
that's what we're doing.
So, non spoilers as always for recent films that come out. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. What did you think?
It was a very enjoyable, light-hearted movie.
Yeah, and I will say this. Now, Ryan Reynolds kind of plays as Ryan Reynolds, except in this movie, he's not just like Ryan Reynolds or Deadpool. He's actually got a character arc, and he's not relying on just his natural self, and natural charisma, and natural charm. He's actually a character. He's playing, I want to say, a more toned down version of Deadpool, but not really. Because he is in a video game world, and things can get a bit wacky.
But he was never really wacky, was he? He's more like a fish out of water. So
yeah,
I don't know. He was playing a new character.
Yeah. It didn't seem like he was just doing Ryan Reynolds' greatest hits. People always, start doing. Though I will say the guy playing his buddy, Lil Ray Howie.
Yeah.
Did remind me of Kevin Hart, even though the guy's not Kevin Hart.
I didn't get that vibe. Because Kevin Hart's all loud and in your face.
Oh, it's true.
This guy was kind of like, I'm just here for the ride sort of thing.
Yeah. I think it's just because it's the fast talking kind of, not wisecracking kind of role, but I mean, I'm not saying Kevin Hart could have played the role. It just reminded me of certain things that Kevin Hart would do.
Yeah. In one of his more laid back, not blatant comedy films. Yeah, I get that.
Tito Waititi is really good. He's super hammy.
Yeah.
Super camped up. So everything he does is so cartoony. It's meant to be a hateable character, except that he was so over the top that you don't hate him for the character.
Yeah.
To a degree, like, this guy, I dislike him.
Yeah,
But it's
he
fun.
gave off that I'm high on cocaine kind of vibe through the whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Exactly. He's a nasty boss, right? But and he's got like characteristics you don't like.
Yeah.
But just because it's played so beyond that, you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's having fun with his role.
Yeah, if he was like...
yeah, like you're saying, he's on like he's not like your usual scum bag arsehole boss, right? He's just like, this is a boss on something.
Yeah. It's not like all those other bosses in other films where they're just like,
Yeah.
oh, they're a douche. I can't like him. But
Yeah. What did you think of Jodie Comer, Millie Rusk?
oh,
Did you
she was alright.
Do you watch Killing Eve?
Nope.
Oh, okay. All
Was
right.
that her?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I just thought she was some unknown person.
No. She's the main
Okay.
the assassin lady in Killing Eve.
Okay, I legit did not know that. I feel like I'm out of the loop. Okay.
Yeah. And her and Joe Carey, Steve from Stranger Things.
Yeah, another thing I don't watch. Well, I knew him straight away.
I think they played the roles good. What they were given,
Mm.
as the characters they were. It's a bit awkward to start talking around stuff when you're. Anyways, yeah, because they're. How much do you go into something with whether people see the trailer? But the basic concept is, what guy is in the video game, an NPC,
a non-playable character. Sorry. Go on.
He starts to become alive to a certain degree.
Becomes sentient.
Yeah. Well, he breaks his standard programming protocol.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of something. And obviously, part of the movie is the mystery of what's going on for the audience. But then we work out, like, as the characters start doing stuff, we know they're doing things for a particular reason.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, this relates to that, and why these characters are where they are and stuff like that. Did you find it funny how they didn't the one of the? Okay, now I'm not going to spoil anything, but basically, it seems like this movie is kind of dated in 2019. Yeah, because you catch something that was from 2015, and then it said they said 4 years later or something. And it was like, okay, even though it come out in 2021.
Wait, right. When we get to the spoiler bit, explain that part to me because I got confused.
Okay. No, it's just literally there's something that has, when the character's doing something, there's something that says it's this particular section of the film 2019.
Okay.
And then they said something about 4 years afterwards, like, when the characters are talking 4 years ago, blah blah blah. So yeah, it just seemed like the movie itself was taking place in 2019 rather than 2021.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Unless because of was it meant to come out last year?
I think it was meant to come out either last year or the year before that. But they started having fun with the release date where they just like release date unknown.
Yeah.
Or release date could be this, could be that, could be this, could be the other. And they just kept on pumping out loads of different release dates for the jokes of it.
Yeah, because here, it's saying it's meant to come out last year, July.
Yeah.
And then December, and then November.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense now. Okay.
But yeah, like you say, overall, I enjoyed it. It's fun, but then it doesn't get heavy, and don't get heavy-handed at times either, right? But there's more serious bits to it.
Yeah.
And then there's good action as well. But we're not talking about like over-the-top stylistic action because it is a video game.
Yeah.
It's more like there's action that you can, I want to say, visibly see. It's not like horribly edited or anything like that.
No. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
they make use of the video game world aesthetic as well.
Yeah.
And your boy Channing Tatum's in it for a couple of cameos.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say my boy, because me and him share the same birthday, so he's my boy.
My boy, the Hollywood John Cena. Even though now John Cena himself is the Hollywood John Cena. Yeah, but Channing Tatum, he's good for the role he was in.
Yeah, because I kind of clocked him at the beginning, and
Yeah,
then when
yeah, that's what I
obviously,
thought. I
yeah,
thought it was him. I couldn't quite tell, but there was no advertising for him to be in it.
yeah, so I was like, oh, that's weird. And then
Yeah,
I was like, I know that guy's face. And then later on, like, yeah, of course that's him. It's
yeah,
obvious
because he
now
does
it's
stuff
him.
that's classically him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, it was a
What did you think of the story? Like, do you want to say? Okay, let's separate into two. What did you think of the in-game story and the real world story that was going on at the same time? Or do you want to do the overall story?
I'd say overall story.
Okay.
I enjoyed them both because like the real world story wasn't too like depressing or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very straightforward kind of stuff.
And it was like a simple sort of story to follow. It didn't try and make itself complicated or anything.
Yeah.
And then the inner game sort of story was just like a normal game. Like I need to level up to do stuff, and then revelation, and then
exactly. I will say, I think in game, strange enough, the in-game fictional character had to do most of the heavy lifting for this movie.
Yeah, which is funny.
Yeah, but they reconcile a lot of things within it and out of the movie.
Yeah.
Using the video game world, and I think it moved pretty quickly. It was fun. It moved pretty quickly, and that's what you'd like in a film. It felt breezy to me, you know.
Yeah, it didn't overstay its welcome, and it didn't get preachy or anything. Yeah, it was really.
It wasn't too outlandish. It was outlandish, but not too outlandish. That you like, even though they could have done crazy things in the video game. I think when Guy does it, when the because when the players do it in the video game, they do whatever they do. But when Guy's doing it, he's not overdoing it.
No.
Yeah. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, it was a really, really enjoyable film. I'll definitely, when it comes out, I'll watch it again. When it's like physically able to be watched without going to cinema.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of cool stuff in it. And
the effects were cool.
Yeah. Even though if they wanted to, they could have made it look more. They could have slacked if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If you're looking at a video game, you can accept things that are rendered improperly.
Yeah.
Kind of. Or Uncanny Valley, where things are a bit too smooth, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like though that the other NPCs basically play as though they are naturally in that world.
Yeah.
And just therefore being canonized or whatever you want to call it. However, the mission quests and stuff.
And I liked it how they also, like, they could easily done, like, they don't remember other days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how they literally all thought they had a life, but just kept repeating the same thing. But it was going forward rather than wake up as a whole new, it's a circle continue sort of thing.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I tell you what's also funny is, like you're saying, because they're days moving forward, they don't actually remember when they were born or something like that. They don't have memories like that.
No.
They're just like, from this point they were created, and then the days are moving forward, but it's an infinite amount of days.
Yeah.
For whatever the game is, you know. Yeah,
which is pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, which is kind of what an actual NPC would be in an actual video game, because they talk about. Do they talk about memories? Maybe they're false memories. Right, they're the memories that have been coded into them.
Yeah, I think that's what it was talking about. Like, I think it is sort of because when he was talking, when Guy and Buddy always talk about how they do this, that, and the other.
Yeah,
I guess that's implanted memories, but they are still memories.
Yeah.
But
it's pretty good. I think everyone played their roles pretty well actually in this. I can't fault it. It's all pretty good, well written. Yeah. I can say it's very entertaining. Like you said, would watch again, definitely.
Yeah. I just hope they don't do a sequel.
It doesn't need one, does it?
No.
It concludes itself.
Yeah, because I think a sequel would just be a cash-in.
Yeah.
And then it'd be a bit where they go after this.
Well, I know that they'd have to retread some old ground.
Yeah.
Or they'd have to make things they'd have to cliche up other things just to make other things happen. So then the characters are not where they are at the end of the movie. So then they can then they can start a whole new fresh story. But yeah, they're better off not doing. Just leave it be.
Just leave
by
it
itself.
be. Just leave it be.
They don't, but I have to say they did cast the right guy. I think as Ryan Reynolds as Guy here because he suited the world.
Yeah.
As the actor, the outlandishness of the world, and he's reacting to it. It's like, yeah, okay. Because you need a guy who can do comedy and drama at the same time as well to pull this one off.
Yeah, which is great. Yeah, I've always liked Ryan Reynolds, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Even
yeah, I mean,
yeah, because I know some people can only do him in small doses, but yeah, I like him.
Yeah. Well, some films he's done aren't the greatest.
No, not the
he's
greatest.
always kind of been good.
Yeah.
He's never been particularly bad.
No. Which I give him that. He's great.
Yeah. So, are we gonna go on to spoilers now, or is there things you mentioned before?
Nah, screw it. Let's go to spoilers.
Okay. Yeah, by the way, we didn't talk about much non-spoilers, but you can't really, can you? You have to kind of say things here and there, because on the surface of it, it's not really much other than it's good.
Yeah,
and then
pretty
bits
much.
and pieces. Yeah. So I did. Did you know Hugh Jackman was in it?
No, not until I just looked at Wikipedia.
So he was, the voice at the beginning who was given the Jodie Comer the disc.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was voiced by Hugh Jackman.
Oh.
And then The Rock's voice is also in it.
Yeah, as a bank robber. I'm trying to remember which one.
Yeah, the one that Ryan Reynolds shot.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Okay, the funny thing is, those little girls that were playing it.
Yeah.
And then one girl like kick that, waste that mother.
Yeah.
Right? That the bigger sister, who's like looks like she's 8 years old or something. Anyways, that's she's playing the character voiced by The Rock.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So there's a good string of cameos in here as well. Chris Evans as well.
Yeah, Chris Evans.
I didn't expect that to happen.
No, neither did I. But then that kind of got spoiled for me.
Yeah.
Because I saw some woman, I can't remember, I was flicking through the internet and someone came up saying, and Chris Evans talks about his cameo in Free Guys. Like, great. The film's not been out like 4 hours yet and it's already.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have to say, okay. As we're speaking about the Chris Evans cameo.
Yeah.
At the end where he started busting out with the lightsaber.
Yeah.
The Captain America shield and the Hulk gloves. I was like, okay, but what would have happened before? Because this was by Fox, right?
Yeah.
And this was made before. I think Disney bought Fox.
I don't know,
Yeah. So in that transition period, I think because they probably altered it, because of COVID and it was bought and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To put those Disney ones in it. But I wonder what they would have used instead if they didn't have that. Do you think it was just busted out with Deadpool katanas or something like that?
Probably. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they reshot that scene. And when you see the guy who's playing Channing Tatum's character, well, yeah, he has a Infinity War poster and the Deadpool poster.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they reshot that after the whole DC owning them.
They probably could have the Deadpool poster because it's still
Deadpool
Fox,
one, but add the Infinity War.
Yeah.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah. I do have to say as well, it's kind of funny how right. So he pulls out a lightsaber, and he hits the super buff version of himself. Right, the dude. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, why is the lightsaber not cutting through him? But then I'm thinking in my head, obviously, dude's been coded, God.
Yeah.
So that's fine. He's allowed to be not hit and hurt by anything because he's a walking cheat code.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, fair enough. And I did like how the end fight wasn't really an end fight. I mean, they had the little scuffle. Yeah. And then he used dude's dunceness against himself by putting the glasses on, and then dude's like, oh, I'm gonna get the power ups and stuff like that, the buff, the whey protein and the protein bar and stuff. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's difficult, but kind of funny at the same time.
Yeah, I was like,
I did like the so they got the streamers and gamers to to talk about the game
Yeah.
in the news of the real world version of the in the movie, right?
Yeah.
But then they always get the basement dwellers and the trolls and all that stuff playing stuff, and the young kids in the game playing the game as well. Like, fair enough, fair enough. You're not saying everyone who plays the game is are losers, because you got the people that are making money off playing the game, and then you get the jabronis as well. It's fair representation.
Yeah. The one thing about the film I found kind of like funny, because I thought, okay, this is a reach.
Yeah.
You know, when like the game got taken offline and stuff like that, and you saw like the whole world upset, and then you saw when they started streaming it, like when Guy was trying to save the place, and you saw that little kid in China run into a restaurant and they're watching it. I was like, wait, what? Why? I'm pretty sure everyone's not watching this. I don't know why this restaurant that has like people who look like they're in their 60s will be watching this.
Not only that, but if it's daytime in America. Oh, was it kind of nighttime when the kid ran in? Because to be fair, he went inside.
Yeah.
He went inside, so we didn't see it whether it was nighttime or not, right? So because it was raining as well, it could have just been cloudy.
Yeah.
It could have been somewhere like Chinatown in America, for all we know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you're saying, it's like, okay, well, you're telling me the whole world is backing up the sky.
Yeah.
But then again, I guess when it becomes a massive phenomenon, these things can happen to a degree. But I will say, like you say, though, it's a bit weird for people in their 60s to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's a bit.
I will also say as well, when Taito Waititi's just destroying all the servers and the city's crumbling, but the last set of the city, the bridge that Guy's on is crumbling last. It's like, okay, a bit coincidental. But then you could also run it through your head saying, he's escaping the code. So wherever it is going to be last, he's almost out of it anyways.
Yeah.
So in your head, you can say, all right, well, wherever the last server is, he'll always be there, because he's getting out. He's moving himself away from that particular direction. But then again, how can the buried code of the free city, that the original version of the game, wouldn't it be saved on one particular server, and then overlaid on top of it all the other free? What's the city called?
Free City.
Oh, what's the Free Life is the original version.
I think it was Free something Life.
Life itself.
No, I think that's his real game. One second. Okay. It's called.
So it's like, okay, I thought it might be convenient, but I guess, if he's sentient, and we can allow for him to run from chip to chip. I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna make that work.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. But yeah, it was a bit. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense, does it?
Yeah. But we'll leave it. As well. I mean, nitpicking wise, but if you say so, I thought when he gathered everyone in the city, saying, "Look, we don't have to do what we're programmed to do. We can do different stuff.
Yeah, we can live our lives.
He's evolving from his own program and having actual artificial intelligence. And he told the coffee girl to make him a cappuccino, but all she can ever make is very hot coffee. Very hot, very, very hot coffee. And all those other ones. And then she, nearly broke her brain. And then everyone's like, the policemen started to, Guy, stop causing trouble. I have to pull her guns out and kill you. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll have a coffee. And then everyone goes back to their normal programming.
Yeah.
But then everyone, I was saying towards the finale, everyone disappeared. He does that big speech.
Yeah.
And then I thought, okay, maybe the people in the city are going to help him somehow. But no, they just chill, have coffee while guys trying to save their city. Like, what? Well, they're having a strike, right?
Yeah.
And players in the game are like, where are these people gone? But I was thinking maybe they should have barricaded themselves into a building or something like that. At least then you can account for why the entire city is empty.
Yeah.
They're in there like a high rise, and they're all in there, and they've kind of not in their own video game memory, but glitched out the area.
Yeah.
That their players can't enter. Yeah.
Yeah. But because I thought it was a bit weird. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because I just
Cool,
assumed they were going to help him, but
Yeah.
to some degree. But yeah, no, I okay. The other thing is as well when Joe Kerry, I forgot his character name. Keys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, just to run through the story quickly.
All right.
Billy Rust, Molotov girl, Jodie Comer,
Yep.
is trying to look for the original code of her game Life Itself. Because
Free Life. I checked.
Free
That's
Life,
all-
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Because Tatum Waititi has bought them out, hit her and Joe Kerry.
Yeah.
She bought out the game, and then he overlaid his game on top of it, theirs.
Yeah.
And then
very much.
she's trying to find out the code, and Keith is like, "Nah, I'm just gonna sit down, be a troubleshooter for this company, and make money because we can't fight them."
Yeah.
Yeah, and so one character, the guy who plays the character of Channing Tatum. No, the guy who's playing a character is Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Managed
Rev
to
Master,
find-
something like that.
Yeah, managed to find the glitch out of bounds area.
Yeah.
The overlaid code was, and then that's what Molotov Girl was trying to find. And some of the artificial intelligence that Molotov Girl and Keys created leaked into the overlaid game, and that's why Guy is evolving artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Keys then works out why all this is happening. He makes a video to Joe Comer basically saying, "Yeah, I had to base the character of Guy on someone because he was pining for a love that would never come.
Yeah.
So I based that love on you, on someone I knew,
Yeah.
which was pretty obvious that it was her, right?"
Yeah, of course. That was like the
So,
most
but
obvious thing about
when
it.
when she listened to the message the first time, she quickly pulled her laptop down because it gave her an idea of what to do next. That she had to go and because they reset the game and they thought, guy's lost his memories, therefore they won't be able to find the piece of coding. So Keys leaves her a video message where he explains all this stuff. Yeah, and she shuts her laptop down before the rest of the message finishes. I was like,
Yeah.
all right.
Who does that?
Because then
Yeah.
they replay it at the end, and the full message plays. I'm like, that's kind of what when you guys got together before the end, when you came back to have your own company. He must have thought that she watched the full message and she didn't say jack to him about it.
Yeah, I didn't think of it like that because I missed that bit because I had to quickly run toilet. So when I came back was when she kissed Guy and he got his memories back. So I missed that sort of bit. But okay, that's weird. Yeah,
Well,
what a dick
the
move.
thing is that I was like, okay, well, it was pretty obvious that what was going to go on anyway because it seemed like he had a thing for her.
Yeah.
But they kind of really fed it to you right at the end. It's like, no, it was not necessary. What he said was not ambiguous enough that the first time you wouldn't have noticed it. But it was like, right, we just didn't need it. Oh, here, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't see before, or if it wasn't obvious before, here it goes. It's even more obvious now.
Yeah.
Like, no, you didn't need to do that. First of all, like I said, because it makes it look a bit heartless that she listened to the whole message, and then he's like, oh, do you want to get coffee? And then at the end, when they're all in the same apartment, programming the thing, and she's like, no, I'll just play games. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Because when you hear the full message played afterwards, and she was clicking it,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man.
Because I kind of felt his heart be crushed when
Yeah.
she rejected him. Like, nah, I'm going to talk to this make-believe guy. I just thought, ooh, I can hear his heart.
Yeah. I'll tell you something I did notice as well, and you can tell me whether you think they accidentally did this or on purpose. But Guy always wears a blue shirt, okay?
Yeah.
A light blue shirt, but
Yeah.
it's whether it's a work shirt or a polo neck. No, what's the other one? A t-shirt with the collar, right? But it's always a blue shirt.
Yeah.
So when it's revealed that Keys modeled Guy on himself, well, on his mentality of looking for a girl,
Yeah.
at the very end of the last scene, he's wearing a dark blue shirt.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I
Do you think
not
that
pick
was
up
a
on
wardrobe coincidence, or do you think it just happened to be, they planned it like that? Oh, he's the guy in the blue shirt. He's the blue shirt guy, and therefore he is actually.
No, I think they planned that.
Okay, all right. Fair
This
enough.
is
I
smart.
was thinking either way, but I was like, oh, if they lucked into it, fair enough. But they know they have control over the wardrobe, so maybe they didn't.
That is a good one. Maybe
Uh,
maybe they lucked into it. Maybe they planned it. Who knows?
yeah, I did like like we were saying about the action, the fights and stuff like that. Pretty good.
Yeah. Quite
Not too,
amazing.
you know what? But okay, because it wasn't too bloody because it's a 12A.
Oh, was that 12A?
Isn't it a 12A? I thought it was a 12A.
I don't. It must be because when I went in to watch it, there was people in there who looked considerably young, and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense now.
So when people get shotgunned in the video game, no blood splatter. But I
Yeah.
guess that's because as a game that's free to all ages to play, you could tell that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. And I like also how, Guy's coding starts being sentient, because Molotov Girl comes in the game to look for the code, and it triggers Guy to do something different
Yeah.
than his normal programming. And they think he's a hacker to begin with, like someone else playing in game as reskin themselves as a not NPC.
Yeah.
Like not the mystery of it, but it's like, okay, we don't know what's going on with Guy exactly, and in the real world of the film, even the people creating the game are like, okay, they went for the most straightforward solution.
Yeah.
This must be a hacker. It can't be anything else, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It was a
So I
good.
like that. And then they in game they make themselves as cops to arrest a hacker.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Good. It means natural, logical stuff there.
Yeah.
And then when they're like, "All right, something's wrong with this," because what did they eliminate it? I can't remember if they eliminated. They did something. They're like, "Wait a minute, something's off because we got rid of him, but he's still here." They kicked him off the server, quote unquote, but they didn't realize obviously he's not a player, so they couldn't. It was impossible to do that.
Yeah. Or did he get hit by? No, that's the first time when he sees her, he gets hit by the train.
Yeah. Which I like as well when they have battle bounds areas.
Yeah.
In actual video games, then the NPCs wouldn't be able to go out there because conveniently whatever comes out there is going to stop them exiting anyways. So that's all good. They use a lot of video game logic to their advantage.
Yeah, which was very, very good.
Yeah.
And they had lots of like random references because they even had a warthog from Halo. Not warthog, sorry, a scorpion tank. I think that's what it's called from Halo. I was like, haha, that's cool. Funny guys.
And like we were saying about Channing Tatum in there and doing his backflips and whatnot when he's talking to Guy.
Yeah.
He's just, first of all, right? Why are you so randomly doing stuff?
I was like, wait, is that meant to be, one of their little taunts?
Yeah, exactly. It was like, the thing is though, I mean, as the characters in the NPCs in the game treat as the real world,
yeah,
you can always get jabronis that play games that do all not trolly stuff, but like just stuff for laughs. So when he's talking to Guy and he starts doing like shuffle dances and backflips and stuff like that, they're like, what? Yeah, I did like it as well. Yeah, that the player was, I don't want to say a loser, right? A 22-year-old in his mum's whatever, right?
Yeah.
They were making jokes about him in the real world, but then Channing Tatum was reacting.
Yeah,
the guy would in the real world, even though I don't know, when you talk and you react, you can only type in your reactions, right? So unless he was typing himself in, Channing Tatum to his character to do like throw a fit, and he does the action of the throw a fit movement, but then the reason he's throwing a fit is his mum's cleaning his room.
Yeah.
Cleaning the room behind him and then going to clean his room, and then there's the dirty sock.
Yeah.
Or like that. People under certain age won't get the joke.
Yeah.
Which is cool, I find, right? Because you don't want them to get that joke.
Yeah, because it'll ruin their lives.
And then but then he has his character throw a fit saying, "Mom, I told you, don't touch that, you'll be scarred for life." And Channing Tatum do it with all this actual, character interactivity. I'm like, wait a minute, shouldn't he just stand still? Because the guy would have looked away from his keyboard and he'd talk to his mum. But they
no,
went for
because
that way.
it's voice activated, isn't it? So that's how you communicate. It's not talking.
Oh, right.
Or the only other thing I can think
voice
of.
Acting,
Huh?
Voice acting will make the lips and mouth move.
Yeah.
But then you have to in the actual physical movement.
The only thing I can think of is, and this is a reach, a super reach, that the game is programmed to react to your tone of voice.
Okay.
But again, that's me reaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I tell you what's also funny. As we point that out.
Yeah.
So, guy was going to kiss Motolov girl.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, if in the real world, she's like, yeah, if you know how to do that, because it hasn't been programmed into the game.
Yeah.
So when he does it, she's like,
okay.
In the real world, she's like looking at me like, what? How does this happen? Okay. But then later on, she kisses him. So how does she program a kiss into the game?
Yeah.
We're just going to say because she's that damn good at being a programmer. But
yeah, probably.
I guess she had to work out, she had to see the program, how it was done to reverse engineer it and then be able to do it. Fair enough.
Or a guy unlocked it in the game, so everyone keeps. I don't. Yeah, we'll go with.
But to be fair, when guys starts doing stuff, other people start doing it as well. So
yeah,
I'll not necessarily doing it, but are able to do it. So yeah,
maybe
we'll go with that.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see.
I mean, hey, look, we're just nitpicking here because they to progress the film that way they had to do it, so it's fair enough. Yeah. So yeah, they do all logical things like when guys start to be a pacifist kind of player, which there are players like that in these games, which is really fun to watch because they have to do things and not do it at the same time.
Yeah,
because the missions are made to be like that.
Which was weird. Like I found that funny. It's like, okay, so he's pacifist, but yet he's leveling up so quick, and people who are just out there killing ain't leveling up as quick as he is. Okay.
Well, we're gonna go by this. It's harder not to in the game. It's harder not to kill people. Therefore, you get more skill points if you don't.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's the skill bonuses, right?
Yeah.
To be fair though, he's not killing NPCs. He's killing other players. I don't know why they call it a passive play because it's not exactly like that. But I guess what it means is he's not going through the game murdering to level up or murdering NPCs and stuff like that to level up anyways. And he's interfering with players trying to kill people.
Yeah, because
by self-defense, would you say?
Yeah, because he doesn't really kill the players either, does he? He just
well, they always respawn, so
yeah. Oh, he became a vigilante.
Yeah. But it was good how when they create their own game, the code got overlaid, and it was about the code was originally meant to. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what their initial game was. Were you just meant to watch the people evolve in their life, like The Sims, but you're not playing?
I think it's a bit of both. Like you interact with people, and they have like their own lives.
Oh, okay, they don't just stand there and just do day in day out same stuff.
No, I think no.
They progress their story as well, but with their how their programming is.
Yeah. That's what I got from it. Yeah,
that makes more sense. Because I was like, so are you meant to just stand there and watch this world around you? If you're a player, how's that work? But I guess like you're saying, the NPCs also live their lives.
It's like a second world, I guess. Yeah, with dinosaurs and stuff.
And centaurs.
Yeah, and unicorns. So what the hell?
I did like how when people left the game, they basically their characters are standing still.
Yeah. Static. Yeah.
It makes logical sense, but then again, would they be standing still? Would they not be in game?
Yeah, that's why I didn't really understand either. Because wouldn't you just disappear and then when you log back on, your character would be there, right?
Yeah. Back in your lobby and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it depends, I guess, how they're saved. Your character model's there, but then again, then the server would be crammed full of dormant players.
Yeah,
sometimes.
And that would take up space, right? So I don't know.
Yeah. So
a weird one.
That was that. Yeah, but I did like that they paid attention to that sort of detail.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I will say as well, I suppose the way he leveled up made sense as well, because he's doing it for hours and hours
Yeah.
constantly, right? He don't
Yeah.
need to sleep. Like the players, they need to sleep as well. Like,
Yeah.
they got to off and everything like that. So he can level up faster because he's constantly doing it. He's constantly grinding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes sense. Yeah, I did like how as well when he broke into Channing Tatum's house to get the first time he broke into it with Molotov Girl.
Yeah.
They had to fight everything, and then get away because they couldn't get the thing.
Yeah.
The data.
The footage. Yeah.
And then when he came back to do it with his security guard buddy,
Yeah.
they just basically walk in there and Channing Tatum's like, "Who is this trying to break him out? Oh my God, it's you!
It's you.
Yeah,
I love you."
Sure, guy, phenomenon.
But
and then he's like, yeah, like he's saying, "Oh yeah, take a picture of me," and then look at the camera. Look at the camera. Guy's like, "What? What are you looking at? Who are you talking to?" When he starts shouting at his mom,
Yeah.
"Mom, what are you doing? Like, what is going on there?" And I think the buddy and guy just, towards when they just like, yeah, just get me the thing and let me get out of here quickly.
Because it's getting weird.
Yeah. Yeah, and I did like how when they got Dude, the buffed up M boss, that was fighting guy, and they like, right, Taika Waititi's like, we don't have time, just put in Dude, program that he is, he's fine, just get him to kill guy. That's all we want, right? And the lady who's doing the program, she's like looking at everyone else going, so once, but he's gonna be like a dunce and dope, just gonna be whatever. Yeah, no, just fine. I've seen too much of this stuff, seen it all over the place all the time. Whatever. Enter. you know?
And she says, what was it? Remember, this is the moment before we all got fired.
Yeah.
That is quite funny.
Yeah, so the dude who plays Joe Kerry's buddy as well.
Yeah, he's funny. I like him.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say his names. I'm not gonna try.
Yeah. yeah. We're not gonna do that.
Don't be offensive. But he was cool. Like he starts off as a bit of a dick, and then he ends being okay.
Well, it's more like he realizes, like, okay, he's there in being hired as part of the company to do something, like with Joe Carey's, I don't say opposite number or partner, but more like his cohort.
Yeah.
Looking after the programming.
Yeah.
And he feels himself like a rock star.
Yeah.
To a degree, because they're really important there.
Yeah.
As far as he's concerned. But yeah, just gradually through the movies, like, this is not what I wanted.
Yeah.
And this is not what I signed on for, anything like that. So these sort of, like, he has a character arc in himself in the real world.
Yeah.
However long this movie is taking place in, I think 2-3 days.
Say a week max, if that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at certain times when he's just giving Joe Carey a look like we're going, like when he was going with Taika Waititi to the server room to destroy everything, and he gives the look to Joe Carey's like,
yeah, I messed up.
Stuff's going down.
Yeah.
You better do it quick. And they got the message right away.
Yeah.
Like, just by a look. But he always encouraging to the guy as well. Because like like we said at the end, he told him to go get the girl.
Yeah.
And like try and ask her out. And yeah, so he was never rude enough or arrogant to the point where you like disliked him and they couldn't turn it back to face. But he's never a heel to begin. It was more like,
yeah, it's kind of like he's
fucked up my game. I'm trying to fix it.
Yeah, and he kind of like sort of not opportunity to like betray him, but like he's like, okay, cool. If Joe Kerry's character is sort of on the way out, so maybe I could sort of take his spot. And then he starts gradually, like you said, like noticing, like, yeah, this dude I'm working for is he's insane, and
yeah, really insane. He's on cocaine or whatever the hell it was. Like he's saying,
high.
Profit is Taika Waititi acting as though he's on something.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell he's on, whatever kind of drugs he is.
Like one of my favorite bits is when he sits on the floor to meditate. Then he goes, yeah, I got it, and then he goes, kip up, and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. He does like 3 little like hoofs, right?
Yeah.
Like put his feet up, and then he does. And then what he does is he stands up, and then he does a little jump as though he landed from his kip up.
I was like,
All these
oh,
mannerisms, like he's so stupid, you can't hate the guy.
you can't. I was
But
like,
that reminds me, by the way, you're saying that guy is Tatum Waititi's playing Antoine on drugs, right?
Yeah.
Antoine being the character he's playing.
yeah.
In Die Hard, you know who Hart Brochner is?
What?
Sprechen Talk, that guy.
Yeah.
He said he played the character like he was on drugs as well.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
he was fueled by cocaine and paranoia. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know? So that's fair. That's fair. But yeah. Overall, this. I will say though, would you say it is likely that? Yeah, if you're saying it, okay. If I'm saying it takes place in about 3 days, and you're saying it takes place in a week, right?
Mm.
Could Blue Guy Shirt be a phenomenon within 3 days? Probably not, right? More likely
No.
than a week.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no. As soon as the NPC starts doing something crazy, people will point out. But I think it'll take more than 3 days to kind of spread. In the age of the internet, it'll probably take. It'll take less than 3 days to spread.
I don't know. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not too sure,
Yeah.
But to make that much of an impact, yeah, probably about a week, I guess. Actually, no. It is less than a week because remember, there's a point where they go, "Oh, the Free City 2's coming out in 2 days."
Oh yeah.
And he was already,
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, technically speaking, the bulk of the film takes place probably in 3 days, and then there's a segment that takes place after Free City 2 releases, so it just kind of skips 2 days. Because when they finally get together in their apartment or whatever, Free City 2 is already released.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we just But by the point where Taika Waititi's destroying all the servers, pre that point, I think they still had 2 days, yeah. Or a day and a half, a day and a bit.
I think it's a day and I don't think even a day. I think Free City 2 is going to come out the next day.
Yeah. So I mean, look, I wouldn't say coincidentally, just because Joe Carey's character Key's programmed guy to like Molotov girl, Millie Rusk / Jodie Comer.
Yeah.
That then the whole story happened. She was already still trying to look for something else.
Yeah.
So I think it will, whatever she was looking for would have happened regardless.
Yeah.
It not would have taken place still, but it would have happened differently.
Yeah.
But yeah, so not saying Guy to be in or not. It's just like, it would, whether Guy was in it wouldn't have affected the actual progression of the story in some cases.
Ooh.
Would you say that?
I don't know, because I think without Guy, she wouldn't have found what she was looking for.
To be fair, it might have taken her way longer to find it.
No, because by that time, Free City 2 would have came out, and then you would have no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, you're right. Maybe I mean, if Guy wasn't in it, the whole movie would have been over not very quickly. It was just she wouldn't have succeeded in her mission.
Yeah, it would have been like a 4-hour film, and then it would end with a dark note, like, and she never found what she was looking for.
You know what I'm saying? Quantum Leap ending.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah, like you say, I mean, it concludes itself. I did like how when she told Guy who's in the video game world, he kind of threw a fit but got over it very quickly because I think he realized as well some things were off key.
Yeah.
Once he put the glasses on, the glasses people being the players, right?
Yeah.
So he took a pair of glasses because he wanted to talk to Molotov girl who had glasses. And then he started seeing all the power-ups and stuff like that around. So I don't think he took it as well as he quickly got over it. But then he's saying, logically speaking, he would because he once he put the glasses on, he could see everything's not real. Not real, but he's the overlay on the underlay.
Yeah, it kind of like reinforced what he already probably was thinking. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
This makes sense now. Yeah.
Yeah, even though he disliked it.
Yeah.
And he was in denial.
Yeah.
I can see how he would get over it quickly because some people are like, all right, well. And to be fair, it doesn't look like he ever sleeps anyways.
Yeah.
Except for when he wakes up. But we never see nighttime in the city.
Yeah, I just realized that. The whole waking up thing is kind of weird now, but yeah.
Yeah, one was just programmed to go to sleep and wake up at one point.
Probably. That makes
I
sense.
wonder how the city cycle works. You know how like in some games 2 hours is a whole day and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think we ever see nighttime. No, we see nighttime once or twice, but we don't know how long it is in game.
Yeah, or do they go to a different part of the city then it's night?
Yeah.
Yeah, never really explain. Or they don't need to explain it, but yeah.
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 But yeah, it's just like luckily Joe Carey used Guy to program his
Love and interest,
right? But that's not the word.
No.
His love longing, right?
Yeah.
For Molotov girl Millie Russ, because Guy coincidentally was mentioning certain things that she liked.
Yeah, like the bubblegum ice cream and
things and stuff like
Loving
that.
for a Swing and the Mariah Carey song. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's when I was like, that's why I was like, they shouldn't have played that extra additional message at the end, because it just made more sense. Once Guy was like, look, I'm not real, so you can't be with me, but the guy who programmed me is real, and he must have those feelings about you.
Yeah.
That's pretty obvious enough to get across the message.
Yeah.
Rather than him having, like I said, the little confession of love at the end, where you assume if she saw, she was just like, no heart, no heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that bit was a bit spoon-fed. But I guess that bit's kind of for, like, I want to say younger people to understand.
Yeah.
As it is a 12A, I guess.
Yeah, I was just going to quickly say as well, you know how we were talking about the sock joke?
Yeah.
Now, not to clear up for people that don't know, because we're going to just keep it as it is, right?
Mm.
But it just remind me of you know when you watch old school James Bond?
Yeah.
And then you're like, when you're a kid, you're watching it. Somehow they're PG, by the way, some of these James Bond films, right?
Yeah.
That have like nude dancing women at the beginning. But when I say nude, I mean they're painted or they're covered with, the lights and stuff like that.
But they're obviously naked. Yeah.
And then you're like, there's some jokes that James Bond busts out with.
Yeah, you're like...
And as a kid, it just goes right over your head. And you're like, what does this mean? And then when you watch it later on, you're like, this dude's Randy.
Yeah, you're like, how is this getting by? You know what I mean? He is saying something.
The one I remember, I know we're moving away from that, but it's just still part of the PG, like, the 12A, that shouldn't be 12A.
Yeah.
Anyways, so they're in orbit. I think it's at the end of Moonraker. They're in orbit. They've launched off the space station to come back to Earth, and then I think they can see infrared in the PlayStation in this shuttle or something like that. I can't remember exactly, right?
Yeah.
But it's Roger Moore and the lady there in the bed section of the wherever they're coming back in.
Okay.
And Q's looking at it from the orbital perspective, but like on a different screen.
Yeah.
And one of the ministers, or whatever he is there, saying, "What the hell are they doing?" Right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I think it was a Russian spy lady or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? What's going on, Bond? Right? And Q's like, the missile, the thing's trying to come back to Earth. So Q's like, I believe he's attempting re-entry, sir. And I'm like, my goodness.
Yeah.
As a kid, though, like I said,
You just don't pay attention.
Yeah. You don't even. You think he is. He's trying to come back to Earth. That's correct. That's correct.
It's correct, but really,
yeah.
It's more sinister.
That sock joke reminded me of that, and I was like, yeah. They made it obvious. Though something was wrong with that sock.
Yeah.
But they didn't explain to anyone. Because how do you explain that? How do you explain that to a kid? So you go to your son or your daughter watching it. They say, "What's that dirty sock? What's it about? Is it because it's unclean?" And all you can do is smile and go,
Yes.
Yes,
it
that's
is.
one way of it's filthy, and that's one way of putting it. You know?
Yeah. Oh goodness.
Yeah. Was there a lot of kids watching it when you were watching it?
Oh, when I was watching it was only like me. I think it was a family, like there's a woman with like 3, I want to say, early teen kids, and there was 2 other people behind me who were adults. So there's only like 8 people on my screen.
Yeah. My screen wasn't that full either. I think maybe about 15 or something like that.
Oh.
But I did notice a good couple of kids there.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking it was a 12A, because I was like, I don't know. I mean, I think they might be 11 or 12 or something like that, maybe. Yeah. But when you're an adult and you look kind of that age, you kind of 12A just means anyone from PG
Yeah.
kids can watch it as long as an adult's there, 'cause then they can cover their ears or something like that. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I still remember PG-13. No, is it? No, 12A. Do you remember what the first ever 12A was in this country?
Spider-Man.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah,
random.
it used to be, strange enough, just used to be what, PG, then it skipped all the way to 15?
No, it's U, PG, 12, 15, 18.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I can't remember they having the top. Okay, did they just alter 12As to be 12s, but with an adult supervision? That's what it is.
Yeah, basically. You have to be 12 if you want to watch it on your own, but anything younger, it's basically still PG, so I don't understand what. I don't understand that, man.
Oh, well, there's quite a bit of S words in this movie.
I think there's one F word.
Oh, is it? Am I
Yeah,
thinking of
one.
another movie? Maybe I was thinking of something else. Oh yeah. There wasn't much swearing.
No.
I don't think there was one F-bomb dropped in this movie.
No, I
Which
think
they
at the
could.
beginning. At the beginning, it
could.
was.
In the 12A, you can say one.
Yeah. And he did at the beginning, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell you about that.
Yeah. I'm glad it was kind of like wasn't too outlandish.
No.
And it could have been 18 rated or whatever. They could have went for it, right?
Yeah, but I think if they went 18 route, it would have been a bit too.
Yeah, they could have made it really bloody in the video game world, but they chose not to.
And
First of all, they got a little love story going on as well in the background there, and like, if you got violence in the game that's over the top, it'd be out of place to have that real love story happening.
Yeah.
And what they did get right, I don't want to kind of, in the real world, not much is happening in the way of dramatics or action or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was much more low key, which was exactly how the real world is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all good.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll give it a solid high ranking.
Yeah, 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. People should watch this, even though, like, in your and my cinema showing, not many people are there, but we blame that on the COVID, right?
Yeah, of course. But if you get a chance, watch it. You enjoy it. You go in there, not think about anything. Can it be fun?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what it is. It's like entertainment, and it's fun, and that's what you generally want to see in a film that you pay for.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like, okay, I just gave my money and I really want a refund, but I already paid to watch the entire thing, so how right do I have to get a refund?
Exactly.
Oh, so crap, I want to go and get a refund, but you know what I mean? I really, I can't walk out after the end credits and go, yeah, by the way, I want my money back.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, see it if you can.
Yeah, exactly. So us signing off.
Yep.
I am the dirty sock, CY Chong.
Ah, good one. And I am I can't think of anything cool. I am Ryan Reynolds' stump double, Kyle Charles.
All right, fair enough. And that's us signing off. Thanks for taking a trip around the multiverse with us.
Yes.
Let us know what you liked or disliked or anything. I don't want to say. Okay, so we pull cool plot holes, glitches in this game.
Yeah, we say glitches.
Game references.
Yeah, glitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. See if you if you noticed any glitches, let us know.
Yeah. Patch the glitch hole.
Yeah, and and hopefully you all respawn. I'm just throwing out random things now. And let us know what you think. Share this with a friend. Live stream it. Don't live stream it because that's pirate.
No.
And
But hit all the standards protocol stuff, right?
Yeah. Help us level up. There we go.
Yes, that's the word. That's what we're looking for.
That's the word. Yes, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
My name is Guy,
Sunday should be warm and sunny, just a scattering of drive-bys.
and I live in paradise. I've got a best friend.
This is the greatest cup of coffee of all time.
Mondays, am I right, Joe?
You said it, guy.
And I work at the bank.
Everybody down on the ground!
I thought I had everything I needed. But then I met her.
Everybody down on the ground. Everybody except you.
Me?
It's just a
Oh, please, I have a goldfish.
There's something inside you, Guy.
I don't want something inside me.
I expected you to just follow the rules, but you are so much more than that. Put these on.
Okay, fine. Oh my God! What are these, trick glasses or something?
Guy, there is no easy way to say this. This world, it's a video game. You're not real.
We set my...
And the guy responsible for this world was going to destroy it.
You've met God?
Yes, he's an absolute troll.
Trolls exist. Buddy, if we're not real, doesn't that mean that nothing you do matters?
I am sitting here with my best friend trying to help him get through a tough time. Now, if that's not real, I don't know what is.
I know this world is just a game, but this place, these people, that's all I have. So I'm not going to be the good guy.
Thanks, guy.
I'm going to be the great guy.
Well, enjoy your lifetime supply of virginity. Off you go.
This whole good guy routine is ruining the game.
Terminator.
It's the first time I've ever driven a car before.
I really wish you'd mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on!
That actually hurt my hand. We can save our world, but we have to fight together. I don't know what's happening right now, but I love it. Time's up, bank teller. Nope. I can't die. I'm never gonna die.